Am I recording? What time is it, homie?
Can you hear me? It is 2:30 in the morning, folks. Mr. Duff Actor's running the camera.
And I even
one of us have to work tomorrow, so we're going for a ride. 2:30 in the morning. Peace out, bitches.
That I actually have a microphone that works. Check out La Fonda and the Black Mamba. You go, daddy, go, daddy, go, daddy, go, go, go. We have no idea where we're going. We're just gonna roll.
She likes it when I spank her.
I should try that sometime.
Yes.
Well, should we go do...
Go hit Rose Canyon.
Okay, we'll go hit Rose Canyon, everybody. We're going to do a little night riding tonight. La Fonda's been neglected. And I'm telling you, I've been jonesing to get out and ride. And La Fonda's been feeling neglected. Not gonna lie. I've been riding her to work a couple days a week. Sorry, I'm keeping the fog out here a little bit by just cracking open my windshield, my windscreen just a little bit, my face shield. So we've got Mr. Rojo Neck. That is kind of fun to say, you know, Mr. Rojo Neck. Out in front today, we're going to do a little cruise up Rose Canyon, see how things are coming along. And, you know, it's, let's see, what is it, May the 18th today. Had work this morning, it's a Saturday. And then I actually had my daughter's dance recital. We had to be there at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And we finished up about 9 o'clock at night. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a proud dad. She started this dance when she was 3 years old. And she's now 15 and a half. And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I almost cry when I watch her dance, you know. But after that, Rojo got off of work. We met over at the Astro Burger, had a little chow, and both of us have tomorrow off, so we're just like freaking flying high, and we're like, let's go for a ride. Why not in the middle of the night? So we're going to check out and see how this GoPro works at night. I've got a microphone finally hooked up to this thing, and that'll be better than that wind noise you guys might have heard in the chopper videos. By the way, my dad calls me today. He had surgery on Friday. He's had a joint replaced on his finger. This guy's got arthritis so bad, can't believe it. But he still, I mean, he is as tough as freaking nails. I'm like, Dad, how much time are you taking off? Well, I'll be back to work on Monday. I'm like, what? He's 70 years old. He's a PhD anesthesiologist and works his freaking butt off. He's been working since he was 16. I'm going to tell you guys a story about him someday. You won't believe it. But anyway, so he called to tell me how much he loved that video, watching us ride on those choppers, but it drove me nuts listening to the wind noise. And I'm sure you guys are going to get some wind noise here too, but shouldn't be too bad, I hope. I did some testing on this microphone setup the other day, and when I had it right up by my cheekbone, the audio was soft, but there wasn't any wind noise. So This is down a little bit lower, make the audio just a little bit louder, but there might be a little bit of wind noise with it. So Mr. Rohonik is in front on the Black Mamba. The Black Mamba. I can't do it like him. And I'm on La Fonda. She's kind of wanting to be wrung out a little bit. So we're heading up to the Rose Canyon. It's not too far from my house. And it's a balmy 50 degrees. When you're riding, it's a little bit cool, but I've got winter gear on. And to be honest, I'm pretty comfortable. I don't even have the hand warmers going right now. Although if my hands get a little chilly, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna crank them babies up and enjoy it. I hear Rojo there cracking on his horn. He must be seeing some deer. They'll pop out of nowhere up here. So the other thing I wanted to see is how well you see with the GoPro at night. After getting done with our ride here, probably going to load her up on the computer and see if you can see it all. But if you can't see, I'll figure out another game plan here. Just got my low beams on right now. Just for fun, you know what I'm going to do? Got a little switch up here. I'm going to turn on my GPS. I've got a Zumo 550. I loaded up a picture. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. It's probably too much vibration and stuff to see, but that picture was taken last fall when Rojo and I went up the Forest Lake Trail. I was riding Peggy, 2000 Aprilia Pegaso 650, and that might be a little bit bright. That might not work too well. That's pretty bright, isn't it? Yeah, I know I had low fuel and I never got you squared away. That's alright. That might mess up the camera, so I'm just going to leave it on for a little while just so I can test it. But it's a little bit distracting, to be honest. When I get up here, I'm going to see if I can turn down the brightness on that thing a little bit. In the daytime, it's great. You can see it really well. But at night here, it's a little bit distracting. I'm going to see if I can turn it down. It's got to be cooler up here too. I can feel the temperature dropping. Got more fog on my face shield. You know, every time I go up this road, I get a little creeped out, and I'll tell you why, especially at night. I haven't really told anybody what I do for a living, but part of what I do requires me to go to people's homes. And I'm up at a home with a guy that lives on this street. And, oh, look at the deer. Check it. I hope they stay up here and eat the food up here. Oh, there we go. The brightness dropped down. I wonder if somehow that thing knows that I'm in the night, in the dark. But anyway, I'm not going to point out the house or anything, but I was in this guy's house up here and I was talking to him about some stuff, and you know, I knew he'd lived there for quite a while, and he started to tell me about his wife, or I guess his former wife, and how she struggled with depression and other problems, and then he proceeded to tell me in all kinds of graphic detail how she ended it in that house. And let's see here. I'm gonna pay attention here for a little bit. Rojo's got himself a new tire. I think he's itching to give it a try. Hang tight, folks. I'll finish the story. What do you think, homie?
Red eye.
What's that?
Let's do it.
Okay, I'll follow you. Okay. So this is a Yellow Fork Trail, and you guys, I'm a motocross guy from days gone past, so I can't hardly sit down and ride this kind of stuff. I gotta kind of be up on my pegs. I've got my panniers on as well, which are kind of wide, so I gotta remember that so I don't knock one of them off or knock me down in the process. But anyway, so this guy's telling me about his wife and struggling, and she had a few kids, and he kind of took over these kids. And started caring for these kids. And one night they were all in bed, and she figured she'd had enough, and she used his handgun and ended it all over the floor. That's kind of spooky, isn't it, guys? It's like, what's this freaking story Duff Actor telling me in the freaking dark? Oh! Muddy. Big time muddy. Dropped about a foot down there. I know it doesn't look like it on this bike, or look like it on this trail here right now, but I just dropped about a foot into a big old mud hole. Anyway, I started looking around on the floor, and I swear I could see splatter marks. Where'd he go? I could see splatter marks on the baseboards, like he didn't really clean it off really well. I'm freaking out, dudes. I mean, I'm just like spooked. Okay, this is weird, I'm thinking. And anyway, this guy, he decides he's going to take care of these kids, and he does. They're not even his kids. And oh man, we got some ruts from hell, folks. Sorry, I'm concentrating. It's a little muddy right through here. And LaFawn is not exactly a lightweight. Has some good grip and stuff, but anyway, long story made short, this dude's taking care of all these kids, and every time I go up that road, I just kind of think about that, you know. On one hand, I'm pretty grateful that my wife is healthy emotionally, you know, and happy, and that's a little better. Try turning on the high beams, ding dong. Anyway, it just makes you grateful sometimes, you know, that your wife's healthy and happy and doesn't have those issues to deal with, at least at this point in life, and your kids are all happy and healthy.